17, the Super Chief, scheduled to depart at 7 p.m. for Kansas City.
I do hope we haven't missed him.
Oh, I'm sure not. I've been waiting here for over an hour.
What do we do? The train leaves in 3 minutes. There'll be no time to present him with the award.
You don't suppose Dr. Thrum went to the wrong station like he did the last time?
Well, that would be a catastrophe. Maybe he's already on the train.
Oh, I hope nothing's happened to him.
There he is.
Holding the return portion of the round-trip tickets requiring validation. Will please take the tickets to the validating desk.
Doctor, your new book on counter-radioactivity. It's revolutionary.
Well, thank you very much.
By the way, Doctor, I had the privilege of writing the review on it for this month's Scientific Monthly. Have you read it by any chance?
No, I'm sorry. I've been terribly busy. But at the first...
I'll get you a copy.
Doctor, could
please don't bother.
Doctor,
I would consider it a great honor if you would autograph my copy of your book.
Where will I find the Scientific Monthly?
Right in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
For the discovery of this marvelous drug agency, Formula X245F, which promises to save untold millions of lives by counteracting the deadly effects of radioactivity in the advent of atomic disaster, our society has voted to honor you with this modest medal.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'm overwhelmed. What did I do with my tickets? All I can say about receiving this high honor is...
The Super Chief now departing from track 7.
Goodbye. I'll miss my train.
All aboard.
May I check your ticket, please?
We sure are going with you, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Here you are, Dr. Thrum. Here's your Scientific Monthly.
Thank you.
Doctor, I wish you'd telephone my mother. I'll send you the number.
Thank you, gentlemen, for everything.
You better hurry, sir.
Bye. Have a nice look, Doctor. Bye.
What's your car number, sir? Pardon me, sir. It's 176. There it is there. Service to mankind? What I done?
Excuse me.
Hey, Mom, here's the man who owns the room.
Oh, I'm sorry. There must be some mistake. I'll see the conductor.
Oh, no. This is your room, please. Come in. Barbara, darling, will you shut the door, please? Isn't this a pleasure? This is my daughter, Barbara.
How do you do?
I'm quite well, thank you. Are you sure you weren't expecting someone else? My name is Thrum.
From what?
Oh, J. Thrum.
Oh, Natch. I mean, Cat.
Please sit down, Mr. Thrum.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get your...
I'm Anne Haven.
What, Haven?
Anne Haven.
Hey, Mom, he doesn't know you.
It's really refreshing to find someone who doesn't know me.
I'm always forgetting names and faces. You could have been some professor's wife.
Do I look like a professor's wife?
Physiologically speaking, no.
Are you a professor?
Harvard.
Oh, then I suppose you know all about physiology.
Hey, is it a comic? Can I look at it?
Oh, no, Barbara.
I'm sorry, I don't know how that got in there. Oh, about this ticket now. My ticket says car 176, bedroom C. And your ticket says...
What ticket? We're stowaways.
We just had to get to California. Circumstances forced us to leave on an instant's notice. No reservations, train crowded. Couldn't take a plane. Barbara gets the nosebleed.
Me?
You know, when you have to get someplace, how important it is.
Well, I know how important it is to me. I came very nearly missing this train.
I wish we had.
Oh, Barbara.
Tickets, please. It's the conductor.
Oh, don't let him in here. Tell him something.
Well, what'll they tell him?
Anything, but don't let see us.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Something.
Barbara, tell him. Don't do that.
Tickets, please. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, undressing.
One for bedroom C. Thank you, sir.
How did you ever think of that idea? I don't know what we would have done without you. I don't know where I would have slept.
Now can we unpack?
Yes, dear.
Unpack?
Thank the nice man for letting us have his room.
Thank you, Professor.
Young lady.
Get up! You see now my turtle! Oh, my little baby. Oh, baby. Has anybody got me turtle food?
No, darling.
I don't think I have.
Excuse me.
Barbara, don't go buzzing.
I've got to get them some dinner.
The porter, he'll see us. His and her can have dinner later on. Sometimes I just don't know what to do with her. She's so exasperating.
I can well imagine.
But I love her. Oh, Mr. Drum, do something.
Well, what'll I tell him?
Tell him something. Something like you did with the other-looking fellow. Tell him anything, but only different.
Tell me want some turtle food.
Did you ring, sir?
Oh, yes. I don't suppose by any chance you have some, turtle food.
Turtle food?
Good evening, Dr. Thrum. I'm the dining car steward.
Oh, good evening.
Glad to have you aboard. You're occupying bedroom C.
I am.
Are you alone, sir?
Of course.
Nice to have you aboard, Dr. Thrum.
You're not Dr. Thrum of Harvard, the biochemist?
Yes. How did you know?
Oh, I've been following your work ever since I went to college, Doctor. It's a great honor to meet you.
Thank you. What is your name?
Fred Johnson, sir.
Delighted to meet you, Fred. I have rather an embarrassing problem. I think you're just the man to help me out. Where could we have a little talk?
If you wouldn't mind stepping into the men's lounge.
Fine.
You just tell me what turtles eat, Doctor, and I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
Are you all unpacked, darling? I said, are you... Oh, Barbara, dear, you mustn't read that.
I was just going to look at the pictures. So what are you getting all dressed up for?
More comfortable. Where's that script?
Right in front of you.
Oh. There, now, let Mommy sit down there, please.
Okay. Mom, I like Mr. Thrum.
Oh, that's nice, dear. Oh, dear.
Bang, bang.
I know I put it in here. Oh, here it is.
Mom, have you noticed something funny about Mr. Thrum? He's different. He talks like he must be smart.
Well, he's a college professor, darling.
Is he as smart as Johnny Pizer?
Oh, much smarter.
But you always said Johnny Pizer was so smart.
Johnny Piser's my manager. He makes a lot of money for us. He's not smart like Mr. Thrum. That is, Mr. Thrum is smarter in a different way.
Who is it?
It is I.
Come in.
Did you have any luck with the turtle food department?
Just a minute, Barbara. What happened with the porter?
He understands everything perfectly. We can count on his complete cooperation. In fact, he's managed to provide me with accommodations in the gentleman's parlor.
Oh, Mr. Thrum, you're the most thoughtful person I've ever known. But I just couldn't let you stay there.
I've got it. I could sleep in the gentleman's parlor, and you and Mr. Thrum...
I think Mr. Thrum has handled it beautifully. I'll see the conductor and take care of the Pullman tickets.
Well, now that everything's all settled, I guess I might as well go.
Oh, Mr. Thrum, you've been so kind and considerate. I feel so obligated and everything. I'd love it if you'd have a cocktail with me.
Oh, I'd love to. That is, if you'd love to.
Oh, I'd love to, too.
Mom, you know you've been up all night. You look awful beat if you don't get your nap.
Isn't polite, Barbara. Oh, won't you sit down, Mr. Trump? Oh, here, let me take your coat and your hat. I'll hang it up here.
Good evening, Fred. How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, good evening, Miss Haven.
Good evening.
We thought we'd like a little cocktail of some kind. What would you suggest?
Oh, perhaps a martini, Doctor?
That's the kind with an olive in it, isn't it?
Or is it the one with a little onion?
Oh, the olive, then.
Oh, of course.
Fine, Fred. We'll have 2 martini cocktails with olives.
Very well, Doctor.
And I'll have a shrimp cocktail with a shrimp in it.
Very well.
No, she'll have it later with dinner. Oh, just a moment. Would you mind sending this for me, please?
Surely. Thank you, Miss Haven.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Now, Barbara, did you think that you could go up to the dining car all alone like a big girl and order whatever you like?
Why not, Mom? I've been doing it all my life. Excusez-moi.
Come in.
Miss Haven,
Thank you.
Dr. Thrum.
Oh, thank you, Fred. They look delicious.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have to... I mean, do you always wear those glasses?
Well, not always. Sometimes I have to wear these.
Do you mind? I've never seen such blue eyes. They're like star sapphires. Does the light bother your eyes?
Not the light.
Well, would you propose a toast?
Here's to us.
How will it be, young lady?
That will be fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was a lovely curtsy, my dear. You do study dancing, don't you?
My mother says...
Mother is always right. Never stop your dancing. It makes one graceful. I always recognize an artistic child. I'm one myself. My husband always said, Agnes, you have talent. You should be in pictures.
I am.
This is my first trip to California. And the minute I get there, I'm going to visit a studio. Have you ever been in a studio?
I practically live in one.
What is that you're doing?
Trying to catch some dinner for my turtles, ma'am.
How darling of you. Serving poor dumb creatures. My husband loves dumb creatures.
Know what? Confidentially know what?
Know what? What?
What you are.
What am I? Am I? So are you.
Strange.
What's strange?
I never felt so good so fast. How do you explain that?
Simple. Chemical reaction.
Huh?
Chemical reaction. Well, let's say human equation.
Human equation, what's that?
Vibrations between people.
I see. No, I'm sorry, I don't see.
It's the physical reverberation of supersonic sound waves between people.
Physical reverberation.
That's right, yeah.
Hmm?
Let's take what causes people to blush, for instance. Let's take a hypothetical case. Let's take X1.
Okay.
Now, X1 has had no bodily contact with X2. Yet X1 might say or do something to affect X2, which would increase the adrenaline content of X2's bloodstream, and thereby cause X2 to blush. See? That's human equation.
You're simply brilliant.
Miss Haven,
Doctor. I hereby authorize you to call me Anne.
Anne,
Ollie.
shall we have another one of these solutions?
I'd love to. Would you buzz the buzzer? I'll buzz the buzzer.
Anne?
Come in.
At your service.
Fred, what kind of cocktails are we going to have this time?
This time, don't you think we ought to stick to old fashions, particularly since we started with martinis, or even vice versa?
Oh, no, this is a party. Fred, what would you suggest?
If you'll allow me, Doctor, I would suggest dinner.
Dinner? Nonsense. We can always eat. Besides, alcohol's food.
Maybe something a little lighter, Ollie.
Yeah. I ever got it. Beer. We'll have 2 light glasses of light beer. That's what we'll have, Fred.
Sure?
But awfully light.
Yes, madame.
Oh, Fred, just a second, please. Would you take these? Thank you.
Thank you, madame.
Excuse me. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Excuse me. Hi, Doc.
Good evening.
Well, darling, did you have a nice dinner?
Yep, I had shrimp and ice cream, and my turtles are fed. And now they're sleepy and want to go to bed. That's a new poem.
And I think it's about time you went to bed, too. That's an old poem. Up's the daisy.
Oh, gee, Mom, do I have to?
Darling, you've been up late for the last 3 nights. And besides, it's way past your bedtime.
When I was little, I always stayed up late.
Barbara, what do you suppose Mr. Thrum will think?
I think I better be going. I'll find Fred. Have him make up the berth. You'll excuse me, please.
Adios, muchachos. That's Spanish.
Oh, Fred, would you mind making up the upper berth? She's going to bed.
The little girl is, I be.
Here, I'll hold those.
You all right, Doctor?
Fine. Perfect.
Come on, Barbara. It's way past your bedtime. Now hurry. Put your turtles away. Wash your face and your hands and brush your teeth.
Oh, Mom, do I have to do all that?
Come on, I'll count to 10, slowly. And if you haven't finished...
Didn't you ever count to 100?
All right, this time I'll count to 100. By 10.
That's a lot harder, but it's better.
Barbara, put some toothbrush on your paste.
You said put some toothpaste on your face.
No discussion. Do as I told you. Stop fiddling.
Mom! Hey, Mom, your nose is bleeding. Wondering, are you going to marry Mr. Thrum?
Scrub your teeth.
When Johnny Pizer finds out, he's going to be awful mad.
Oh, Mr. Pizer's business. He can mind his own business.
Then if it isn't any of his business, why does he always want to marry you for?
Really, Barbara, Mommy's much older than you are. I mean, she's older. She's had more experience. And she isn't going to marry anyone anymore. Now, wipe your face off. Not with your hands. With a towel.
Is there anything else, madame?
Oh, thank you, Fred, now. Good night.
Adios. I mean, good night.
Good night.
What is it, darling?
Don't anybody move! My turtles!
Where are they?
On the floor somewhere. Quick, find them before they get massacred to death.
I feel a little dizzy. Would you mind carrying on the search alone?
There they are.
Thank you, Mr. Thrum.
Good night, Barbara.
Good night, Mommy.
Ollie, would you please get me a glass of water? And would you please remove those? It's warm in here.
Would you mind stepping back a bit? Sir?
This way, Doctor, over here! Over here!
Fred, where did you meet Miss Haven before?
Oh, I never met her before.
Well, and how'd you know her name?
Everybody knows Ann Haven, Doctor.
Well, how does everybody know her? How could you know her if you never saw her?
Well, I've seen her on the screen dozens of times. She won the Academy Award last year.
You mean she's a movie actress?
Movie actress? Why, she's probably one of the most famous screen stars in the world. There's stories about her in all the magazines.
What kind of stories?
Oh, the usual. About her work, romances, hobbies.
Does she have a lot of romances?
Oh, I suppose so. You know how it is with those Hollywood stars. They have countless admirers.
Tell me, Fred, who are some of these admirers?
Oh, I don't know, Doctor. First you read one name, and then another. That's bedroom C.
Never mind, Fred, I'll go.
Oh, Ollie. Where did you go?
I just went for a little walk outside.
How could you do that?
We were stopped at a station while you were asleep.
Oh, I'm so ashamed. Was I awful?
No, perhaps a little ill, that's all.
Ill? You mean literally ill?
Not literally.
Then you're not disgusted with me?
And of course I'm not.
You're sweet. Ollie, I think maybe if I took a little walk, too.
But the station's not here anymore.
Well, then we could sort of walk through the train. Oh, Fred, would you mind making up my berth, please?
Yes, madam.
I need air. Ollie, do these things open?
We'll see. Not too cold.
Now I feel I'm going to live.
Naturally.
Naturally what?
Oxygen is life-giving to all animals.
I beg your pardon.
Certainly, you're not mineral or vegetable.
Sometimes I wonder. Well, it's getting too cold now.
You know, it's a funny thing, both of us being on the same train together, like this.
It's fate.
That's just what I was about to say myself.
I love a train at night when everybody's asleep. Were you ever married?
No, not exactly.
What do you mean, not exactly?
No, I was married to a laboratory.
Were you terribly in love?
Theoretically speaking, I was. Chemically speaking, I wasn't. I guess I was just too much of an analyst.
Let's get my exercise.
Ann. Ann.
Yes.
You're Ann Haven.
How long have you known?
That you were Ann Haven? I've known that you were Ann Haven since 7:03 Central Standard Time. But I didn't know who Ann Haven was until now.
And just who is Ann Haven?
One of the most famous movie stars in the world. Beautiful, glamorous, Academy Award winner. She's written up in all the magazines. Got the world at her feet. People mob her wherever she goes. Countless admirers.
You seem to have a complete fan magazine biography of me. Exactly what most of the public knows about movie stars, but no more.
Oh, really? You must have a very exciting life.
Sure, I have an exciting life, and it's fine. But it happens that I'm primarily a woman. I like to cook, I want security, and I love children. So much so that I adopted Barbara.
What's the matter?
Just emergency. Have to clear signal.
How long will we be held up?
Minute. Maybe.
Suppose we continue your walk out here. I wish this train were traveling from west to east instead of east to west.
Why?
Going from east to west, we lose 2 hours. And if we were going from west to east, we would gain 2 hours. Then I would have known you 2 hours longer. This planet spins too fast. Board! Board!
That was a close call.
Don't know how your missus stands that cold.
What happened? Did you get lost? She's asleep.
I'll say goodnight.
Good night, Ollie.
Ann,
What?
I'm not even going to ask you. I'm going to kiss you goodnight.
Here we are.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
And what does the young lady wish for lunch?
I have a chocolate malt and 4 waffles.
But that's what you had for breakfast.
They were the best waffles I ever had in my whole mouth.
Oh, I bet you say that about every waffle.
Barbara Haven, I've been looking all over for you.
Why, Mr. Uncle John A. Pizer, I didn't know you were on this train.
Flew here when I found out your mother skipped out of New York.
Mr. Pizer, I might suggest some nice fresh brook trout. We just took them aboard at La Junta.
For me, just some scrambled eggs, soft, and some coffee. Bring her the brook trout, some fruit salad, and a glass of milk. Where's your mother?